Wow, if I wasn't here, I don't know who they're talking about. Thank you so much for the invitation, and I'm very honored and humbled to speak in front of this district crowd, and I'm very happy to be here and talk to you about future democracy and development in Haiti. I'm from Haiti originally. I've been here for a while and grew up here in the United States. But as they say, people be asking why I'm still fighting back for Haiti. And even the governor, when they ask, what's the deal? I say, well, I love the United States. I pay my dues. I was in the Army. And this is like, United States is my wife, and Haiti is my mother. So therefore, we cannot divorce, we can divorce one, but you cannot divorce the other. So Haiti is my mother, so I always go attached to Haiti. And I'm very concerned about democracy in Haiti. And that's why we form all these organizations, make sure that we'll be able to help back home. So as such, I'm going to go and Dominique Jorge published a book on democratic politics in Latin America and the Caribbean at the Johns Hopkins University Press in 1998. And he coined the term that Caribbean surprise while talking about democracy in the Caribbean. He was referring to the fact that 17 independent Caribbean nations, only 2, Cuba and Haiti, did not have democratic elected government. And, but it is important to note, at the time Haitian was overwhelmingly approved a new constitution in 1987, which embraced 3 pillars of democracy process, executive branch, they have legislature and the judiciary branch. Just 1 year after the fall of Duvalier, they actually voted the Constitution. However, 9 years later, in 1996, this is when they have a transfer of power between 2 democratic presidents, between Aristide and Winnie Préval, on first in Haitian history. And 5 years later, in 2001, Aristide was re-elected, and then there's another peaceful transfer of power. However, Aristide was involved into a political conflict that led to the collapse of this government and the arrival of United Stabilization Mission for Haiti, they call it MINUSTA. These are UN soldiers, came in 2004 to keep peace in Haiti. Well, I should know that Haiti and the United States were one of the first countries in the world to adopt a written constitution, which the United States in 1787 and Haiti in 1801. Like the US, Haiti's current constitution adopted in 1987 created a representative government, again, that separate powers. One is independent judiciary. The other one is basically executive branch as well as legislative branch. Unfortunately, the parallel between the US and Haiti just ended right there. However, Haiti is ranked with countries like Egypt, Iraq, Burundi, and the Economic Democratic Index. So what's the future democracy and development in Haiti? So I will spend the next minute to briefly describe and analyze the democratic process in Haiti for the last 20 years, which much more focus on the current administration. I also will examine what lesson can we learn from this experience to shape the future of democracy in Haiti. I also will analyze what will allow one to understand, as some scholars will suggest, to what extent Haiti past may be used as a window into its future. At the end, I will outline some democratic gain that lead me to believe that there's a glimmer of hope for democracy and development in Haiti. And finally, the role of an active and effective diaspora engagement will play in fostering democracy and development in Haiti. So we're going to go fast forward in 2011. After yet another controversial election cycle, we have Michel Joseph Martelly, also known as Sweet Mickey, was elected president under the party Respons Paysan, which means that's Farmers Response Party, on April 2011. He was sworn into office in May 2011. This is another peaceful transfer of power between William Préval and Michel Martelly. It was the first time in the Haitian history that the peaceful democratic transfer of power was occurred between presidents of opposing parties. So that was another first. Although President Martelly won with 68% of the vote on March 20, 2011, the election turnout was very low. It was about 15% of all registered voters. There were legislative offices up for election as well. The entire 99 members for the chambers of deputies and 11 of the 30 Senate seats was also at stake. To date, Marshal Martelly's term has been characterized by political gridlock and animosity between executive and the legislative branch. However, on a positive note, there's great step forward of Haiti democratic process. President Martelly, in collaboration with leaders of the executive, legislative, and judicial branch, published the amendment voted by the legislature of the Constitution in 2012, where they changed the amendment to include a streamlined process to create a permanent electoral process, to allow for Haitians with dual citizenship to vote and hold many government positions. Though Haitians with dual citizenship are still prohibited from becoming president, prime ministers, or members of chamber of legislative. So anyway, they passed this new change on the Constitution in 2012. The current dispute happening right now, 1/3 of the Senate seat expired on May 8, 2012. Since then, the Senate are only 20 members, which make it difficult to meet the 16-member quorum needed to conduct business. Election to replace those legislators were supposed to be in January 2012 at the latest. So therefore, up to now, they still don't have election. Additional concern has been raised over the government decision to replace most of the mayors by in 2006, because they don't have the election. Those mayors was government appointees. So Martelly fired the members of the previous CEP in 2011, so it did not begin to have a new electoral council until June 2012. The executive, legislative, and judicial branch finally agreed on a mechanism outside the established procedure, which they held a mediating process in which they named a council on April 2013, just name it. But the council members are inexperienced in election, so they still try to learn how to do an election. The government must decide also which election will be held, whether the overdue election for the Senate or do both together between the Senate and the mayors. So there's always that dispute. There's also current dispute that's happening with the 10 senators that is left right now. And this is what you see the turmoil of Haiti right now. They have a big march yesterday to ask for the government to leave, just because they want these 10 senators to leave office in January 2014. However, the Constitution asks them to be in term for six years. So the term ends in January 2015. The fact that they asked them to leave early, that created the whole political problems in Haiti right now. They asked them to leave early for the simple reason there's a law that was passed in order for them to only have one election per year, to only shorten their terms, that if they have that election in 2012, all the senators are going to have to go again in 2014, meaning that they would have, if they don't have that election, they will have a big, what they call that, a hole into the Senate, where the president is going to have to rule by decree. And so people don't want that. This is another type of, they call it dictatorship. And so that created a big problem in Haiti right now. So to give you a background, again, there's an electoral act in 2008 that is outdated and not consistent with the amendment constitution. The issue, again, is that the term of the senators should be in 6 years, under a 6-year term, and the third year of the Senate will remain in office for the second Monday of January 2014. So if that happens, we're going to have a big problem. So most society, the civil society, the church, everybody said they should stay until they have an election. So to prevent to have that kind of, So the legal date to end the term of the second term is going to be on Monday, 2015. That's when they're supposed to leave. However, we have to wait and see. The government of, I think they just send the president a letter, the State Department, and everyone asked them to reconsider to make sure that the senators stay until 2015. So we have to wait and see. But the President Martelly, from what I understand, still insisted for them to leave. So that would make the situation even worse, because they still haven't figured out when they're going to have the election. Most analysts think that President Martelly wants to dissolve the parliament to support the majority bloc pro-government parliamentary to stay in power. The opposition parties reject the pre-calendar electoral that's suggested because they say that the law is still not being passed. And I only have 2 minutes. However, they understand that Maxine Waters sent also a letter to advocate for the Haitian people from Congress to make sure that Senator Kerry on October 1st expressed deep concern about the political situation in Haiti. State Department did the same with Thomas Adams, that recently warned that Haiti will lose international support if it seems as undemocratic by failing to address corruption, human rights violation, and government accountability to election. So, what is the future of democracy and development in Haiti? While there is great political, social, and economic challenge faced by the country, political inability to organize legislative election, political polarization between the executive and legislative, weak democratic institutions, that different branches of government, they are not fully independent, they are very weak, socio-economical problems, but I believe that Haiti can make a great stride in years to come to advance democracy and development because of the following: international support and engagement of Haitian diaspora. Despite major concern of delay election, it is important to note that Haiti, and as election, has, as usual, been a source of increased political tension. Elected government, as on the other hand, contribute to a slow but gradual strengthening of democratic process. The current administration has launched a series of political social health initiatives. For instance, President Martelly published the amendment constitution that named 3 members of the Supreme Court, including his president, the post vacant for 6 years. According to the State Department, there's the first time over 25 years that Haiti has the 3 branches of government in place. So last April, Martelly, legislature of the court finally agreed on the 9 new electoral council, which needs to organize the overdue election. So in terms of socio-education and economic, Martelly launched a free education for all children, which is very good. In conclusion, I have to say that the diaspora engagement is key. Thomas Adams of the State Department, Special Coordinator for Haiti, said that despite the economic and social problems that currently exist in Haiti and the comprehensive and complex challenge facing the country, Haiti would become a middle-income country. He further stated that such transition would take almost 30 years. Even with good economic growth, it would require continued development of credible democratic institutions, private investment, in addition to support for international donor community. I totally agree with him. It probably take that long in order for us to move forward. However, I think it's very important for us in the diaspora to really engage and help our mother country. And also not only for the diaspora, but also for our brothers and sisters. I know that we have a group that is here, strongly support Haiti, go back and forth, and for the past, 20 years, working together so we can include the African American and everybody to come and invest in Haiti. And we will welcome, we want your help, and continue your help, and have faith and hope. And I'm sure that we're going to see progress on democratic process in Haiti for the next at least 10 years. Thank you again for inviting me.